Good morning. I see it as signs of times past. Yes, signs of time past. When I see the failure of our system to stand tall and be representative of progression, when I see the crime, the violence within our communities, when I see the poverty, when I see the racism and the bigotry, it tells me that these are signs of times past. These didn't happen today. This is what's been screwing all the while. And the challenge that was before our parents and theirs are before us. And the challenge, the question is, are we going to do as they've done in the past? Or are we anew? My conversation as spokesman and advocate of basic human rights is that somewhere I heard, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. It makes me feel that heaven was almost a place perfect. And yet it allowed for the same things that's taking place in the world today. It allowed for it to happen there. And it did. But I heard that it was kicked out. According to the story, I heard that it was kicked out. And it is easy to believe that it is right here because that is exactly what's taking place in the world today. In resolving these problems, you know what they are. You would think that human race, since there are those who come here with the desire to work in healthcare, to provide for the sick, in fact, to conquer sickness and death. Well, don't you think it would be wonderful if we the people said, hey, every resource that you require to be able to challenge this is yours? You would think that there would be people, human beings on this earth that would have it no other way. That for those who want to educate the uneducated would have that opportunity to do just that, and that every resource necessary would be right there available at their disposal. You would think that the human psychic would say that every human being must have housing, adequate meaning what they want, and that every effort necessary would be put forward to assure that every human being on earth would have that kind of housing. And when it comes to infrastructure and every other thing that men imagine, the computer, the telephone, the electric lights, everything would be right there waiting to be handled by human beings for the purpose of human beings enjoying the magnificence that they could have. And there would be none of this other stuff that we have. That's what I see. And yet at the same time, there would be those amongst us who would have the liberty to start telling in the midst of this heavenliness on earth that there are those that's more important than others, that there are those that could deserve more than others, and cause a resentment amongst the people, cause a division amongst the people. And the next thing you know, we have a reshaping of what we got here on this earth today. Well, we might not be able to actually be able to control that. It will happen as it always does. But the thing that we can control is how we as participants or non-participants carry on. And I say to me, I'd rather be a non-participant. I'd rather stand up so I can look at every man, every woman, every child, every old folks in the eye and say, I gave you my best. Because I declare I didn't want you to go through this hell. And that's it. That's all I can do. Well, thank you so very much for giving us your time. Eddie Marcus saying goodbye for now.